I don't think you truly realise the impact that you make on individuals and their lives. The opportunities that you provide through this scholarship are so much more than just a degree. It's that ripple effect, and the possibilities are endless. When I received the phone call to advise me of my success in being awarded a scholarship, I immediately jumped at the opportunity and said yes straight away, but almost in the same breath, in a split second, I thought, oh my God, what have I done? That's when the imposter syndrome for me actually crept in. It's easy to say yes, but actually the thoughts going through my mind at the time were going, oh my gosh, can I even do this? Is this even achievable? I work full time. So all of the questions crept in. The OU is designed to accommodate pretty much anybody and everything that life throws at us. And actually that became very apparent in the first year when it was just so seamless, and my studies have been that way ever since. So brilliant. I served in the British Army for 14 years. I've served in Northern Ireland, Iraq and Afghanistan. Including several sort of exercises in Canada and Norway. My injuries are service related. They include significant damage to my knees and my spine, and subsequently my lungs through pulmonary emboli. They do affect my day-to-day life, but my mentality is that I focus on what I can do as opposed to what I can't do. My life changed dramatically through a medical discharge. At the time, unexpected, and I was somewhat unprepared for it. It wasn't easy, but it's taught me resilience, independence, and ultimately how to reframe success and what success looks like beyond service. So finding purpose in my recovery, education, and ultimately helping others within the veteran community who are inevitably going to face the same outcome as I did. I set up my own consultancy company, predominantly in project management. And from there, I worked on several government contracts in central London. And ultimately, that became not possible through a flare-up with my injuries. I was unable to commute in and out on a daily basis. I was living on a cocktail of opiates. It just wasn't going to work. So it was at that point I decided I was going to close the company. I floated my CV on the market, and BAE Systems snapped me up. So I joined the British Army aged 18. Unfortunately, I was medically discharged aged 32. And now at the age of 43, I'm living my second career with BAE Systems. I'd always been, a middle of the road achiever at school. Never really had a significant drive to do well because I ultimately didn't know what I wanted to do in life. And that was all before joining the Army, which again changed my perspective yet again on what life could offer. But ultimately the scholarship has, for me, eased some of the pressures financially. And having those pressures removed kind of allows me to focus fully on learning and growing and personal development rather than constantly weighing up what I can and can't afford. My most rewarding aspect of my time at the Open University is 100% winning the Executive Dean's Award for Outstanding Achievement in 2024. That was something that was completely unexpected, and I almost didn't quite believe it when I got the email. Like how could I fit in? How did I fit into that, and how did it all happen? But anyway, it was such a whirlwind and such an honour, without sounding cliche, but also incredibly humble that someone took the time to recognise the work that I had done. Without this scholarship, my personal and educational journey would have still continued, but it would have been a much steeper path. It's truly life-changing, and just from the deepest part of me, I thank you for your generosity.